Are we not entertained by what we see on screen? But how much is too much? Where should you as parents draw the line when it comes to violence, sex, and profanity in movies? In order to protect the younger generations from intense images they are not ready to see, the film rating system was created. It serves its purpose, but not without increasing criticism over the years. As the parents of the current and future generations of Americans, this issue affects you directly. In order to have a film industry in America that gives filmmakers the freedom to express their art, as well as respect and empower parents' choices for their children, the MPAA needs to re-establish itself as a reliable source for film ratings by making key changes to crucial areas, like guidelines for ratings and the board itself. In 1922, the Motion Picture Association of America was created as a lobbying group between the major Hollywood studios and the United States government. In 1968, the Hays Code, which censored offensive material, was replaced by the film rating system, which is still in use today. The MPAA says, "This system endures as a symbol of American freedom of expression." The process of rating a film is described on the MPAA's website as follows. Ratings are assigned by a board of parents who consider factors such as violence, sex, language, and drug use, and assign them a rating they believe the majority of the American parents would give the movie. The system was created a series of 5 possible ratings that span from G for all audiences to NC-17 for adults only. In the average American's eyes, the system has worked fine for years. However, the rating a film receives greatly affects how it is marketed and ultimately how successful it is. The main issue with the current rating system is that the ratings do not clearly distinguish content between films. The process of rating a film falls in a gray area between subjective and objective. There is no set standard for blood or sex that makes a movie PG-13 or R. The MPAA has the power to say that one thing is worse than another. In a study of the top 100 grossing films in 1994, researchers found the following. The film rating system does not clearly predict the frequency of violence in films. The frequency of violence alone is not the most important factor for assigning ratings. This is a clear example that just because a film is PG-13 does not mean it is any less violent than a film with an R rating. Over the past 47 years, the MPAA has been the clearest system for parents for finding film ratings. However, in a recent survey, over 40% of parents felt that the ratings did not provide them enough information to make an informed decision. If the current system is failing to do its job, the time for a change is now. MPAA's current system fails to properly allow for artistic expression and allowing parents to make informed decisions. For many years, it was not known who the members of the ratings board were. This made them have no public accountability for the decisions they made. The main issue comes from this very problem, along with the gray area that exists between the 5 possible ratings. YouTuber and creator of CinemaSins, Jeremy Scott, says it best.
Does a movie feel like something kids should see or not? That should literally be the only question. The reason the current subjectivity fails as a system is because we never change out the MPAA for a new group of curmudgeons. The rating of film should be governed by a small board of diverse members that changes frequently.
Journalist and executive editor for the Entertainment Weekly, Mark Harris, believes that critics, theater owners, filmmakers, and parents are nearing a consensus for change. He makes suggestions in 5 key areas. They are: focus on content advisories, not ratings; abolish the supervisory roles of theaters; end the R ratings for the use of one word; depoliticize the ratings; and reform the board itself. Harris says, the entire history of Hollywood censorship and content guidance has been marked by people who have stayed too long and become too invested in their own power. It's time to break that cycle with accountability, term limits for all, and regular meetings with input from filmmakers, parents, and educators to review and revise standards. The film industry is innovating all the time. Its rating system should follow suit. The main cause to a change in the rating system not already being initiated comes from a lack of public awareness about the issue. This may stem from the fact that the MPAA is doing its job and that a change, however slight, is unnecessary. Joan Graves, head of the ratings board, says this: "The criticism of our system is not coming from the parents who we are doing this for. The main concern of critics is with the increasing leniency for violence, nudity, and profanity in PG-13 films." Graves responded that the rating is meant as a strong warning for parents. This may be the case, but with 6 of the top 10 films in 2013 receiving a PG-13 rating, ranging from Iron Man 3 to Captain Phillips. A huge difference exists between the violence in these two films, Captain Phillips being much more intense and realistic. It seems as though the weight that certain ratings are supposed to carry has been lost over time. It is time for the MPAA to re-establish itself as a reliable source for parents and American cinema as a whole. At the heart of the film rating system is the mission to protect children and inform parents of questionable content in films. Over the years, it seems as though this mission has been altered by the politics and business of the film industry. This corrosion is bound to happen to any system that works in such a large and profitable industry. The film ratings need to undergo changes in order to move back to this path of its original mission. The ratings board needs to change regularly, the content advisories need to carry more weight, and the guidelines for ratings need to be more precise, to name a few. If these changes are made, or a dialogue is at least opened, your voice as parents has the opportunity to be heard.